All right, everybody. All right, you. That was it. Appearance number, I forgot to sing and I forgot to say this was my 150th television appearance. Oh my God. Can't believe it. Well, it was true. It was my 150th television appearance. Jesus Christ. I can't believe I forgot to say that. But I did tell lots of stories, and I heard from the producer that the person in the booth, whoever was directing this segment or executive producing this segment, said that they enjoyed the stories. Bye-bye, thank you. I'm going to walk a bit. I thought it was a very smooth segment, and Araxia said to come back, so that was nice. You know, she's like a pretty high up person there. Michelle seemed to be very happy with it. She's the producer who booked me. So here I am, experiencing the exhilaration of victory. Like my favorite quote from General George S. Patton, accept the challenges so that you can feel the exhilaration of victory. And that's what this feels like, you know. Exhilaration is when you've had the 10,000 volts go through you. And I will say this, you know, I've now done 150 television appearances. And when I sat down at that news desk to do that segment, it was just business as usual. You know, I felt on. Obviously, I've been up since 7 o'clock preparing for this. I felt on. I felt excited and happy, but I did not feel nervous. I just felt like a professional person going to work. And that's a big change compared to how I used to feel when I was doing TV. But you know, for some reason, I don't think they put up the Rolling Stones photo. I don't think they put up the Moscow photo. It's like, come on, guys. Where's my B-roll? You know, they challenged me. They challenged me to find cheap flights, and I had to like figure out which flights they were talking about. Whatever. I mean, I think that the most important thing I did was tell stories. And most important of all, I told how I went from graduating from the Wharton Business School to chasing the Hollywood dream and becoming a taxi driver. And that was really important. And how I lived on my boat and I used sailing to create waypoints, and the waypoints got us to go to the Frank McCourt Museum, and the Frank McCourt Museum inspired me to write my own memoir and get nominated for the Pulitzer Prize. All of that was really important. It was a story-based segment, and they gave me like 5 minutes to tell my stories, and there you go. It was a lovely, lovely experience. And at the end, Araxia said, "Don't wait 6 years to come back." That was very lovely. Hopefully I won't have to wait 6 years to come back. All right, everybody. What have I learned from 150 television appearances? This is really what it's all about. The first thing I learned is that there is no shortcut to where you want to go. The shaman told me that a long, long time ago. He said, there's no shortcut to where you want to go, Clint. Nothing is going to replace the experience of doing 150 TV appearances all over the freaking country in every different environment. Nothing can replace that. So if you want to become the TV star that you want to be, you need to do a lot of TV. The second thing that I learned is that once you've got it inside of you, no one can take it away from you. Inside of me is a person who has appeared on 150 television guest spots on network TV shows all over the United States. And in studios, I've done them remote appearances all around the world. Nobody can take that out of me. It's in me. The third thing that I've learned from doing 150 television appearances is about the hero's journey. The hero walks alone. You may have people who go on the trips with you, like God bless my amazing wife, Allie. She's with me here in Los Angeles. But notice, I'm walking up the street by myself. I walked into that studio by myself. I walked out onto that stage by myself. Where leaders go, there are no maps, and the hero walks alone. So what is that? 3? 4. Fourth thing I learned from doing all of this, 150 TV appearances, is that costume. You know, I put on these suits and shirts and ties, and I look exactly the same every single time. And I feel exactly the same every single time. And there's a lot to be said about walking into a TV studio, which is a foreign and hostile, potentially, environment. I mean, they like to make it friendly and everything, but it is a foreign and hostile environment. The last time I was there, it looked completely different. But when you're wearing a costume that you know how it feels, that feels comfortable, and you know exactly how it feels, you have no discovery. You're not like feeling weird in it in any way because you've worn it 1,000 times. That really is a very important distraction to get out of your life. Because when you're in the TV studio, what you want to focus on is what you're doing. You want to focus on your message. That's number 4. Number 5. These are going to be the top 5 things that I've learned from doing 150 TV appearances. Number 5 is story. Story is everything. They liked the stories that I told. Everybody gives information. But stories are what people are really interested in. That's really all they care about. One of my mentors, and I've been mentored by a million people, and I guess this is bonus takeaway number 6, is that mentors will help you to be successful and speed things up, and investing in mentors is always a great idea. So one of my mentors, he said, when you're a speaker, your number one job is to entertain. Now, I turned that into a song. Your number one job as a speaker is to entertain. Come on, sing it with me. Your number one job as a speaker is to entertain. Shout out to Eric Couch for reminding me about that song. That song would have disappeared into oblivion if Eric Couch hadn't come back to Impact, Influence, and Income for the second time and remembered that song. Your number one job as a speaker is to entertain. I forgot that song, but he reminded me of it, and it really is true. You know, I'm there to talk about how to save money and get more out of life with slow travel. But really what I'm there to do is to illustrate my talking points with stories. So that's the bonus takeaway. I promised you 5. There was 6. And I'll give you one more. This is bonus takeaway number 2, which is takeaway number 7. And that is, you don't get paid to go on TV, but you do make more money because you're on TV. And the goal of these TV appearances is to use them as a way to generate more interest in you and what you do. And I teach all about this at Celebrity Launchpad. Now, I'll be teaching Celebrity Launchpad number 60 in Las Vegas in June. And if you want to learn how to book yourself on as many TV appearances as you want for free, if you want to learn how to be great on TV, if you want to learn how to pitch, how to create segments, if you want to be introduced to at least 10 TV producers who can and will book you, we guarantee at least 3 of them are going to invite you on their shows. We just did Celebrity Launchpad number 59, and the average person was invited on 9.4 TV appearances. I never have less than, I guarantee you, 10. I've never had less than 13 TV producers show up, so that's why the averages are so high. I always over-deliver on everything. So over the course of the 59 Celebrity Launchpads that I've led, the average person has been invited on around 7.8 TV appearances during the weekend. So go to guaranteedcelebrity.com if you want to find out how you can get your new TV power. That's what I call it, new TV power. To have more personal power, professional power, more spiritual power that nobody can ever take away from you. And it comes from being on TV. And all of this is part of my overall celebrity entrepreneur formula, my formula for being a celebrity in the eyes of your clients and prospects. I call that celebrity entrepreneurship. And TV is the first and hardest part of it all. That is what you get at Celebrity Launchpad. And then the next part is being a speaker at very important places. I've got speaking events coming up at the Bankers Club of Mexico, at the New York Academy of Medicine, the New York City Bar Association, and very prestigious places. And then the next part is celebrities, hanging out with, talking to, getting photos with, making videos with major celebrities. I've got Joel Osteen coming up at our events. Oh, another speaking event is going to be at the Houston Chamber of Commerce. I've got the Surgeon General of the United States, beauty queens, NASA astronaut, all kinds of cool people for you to meet and interact with, so that you can tell stories about them, like I was telling stories on Fox Los Angeles this morning. And then winning awards and best-selling books. So that's how you be a celebrity entrepreneur. And it all really hinges on television. As one of my great students, Veronica Gray, said way back, she was my first student to get on Good Morning America. Way back, she said, YouTube is the great equalizer. Television is the great separator. And everybody knows celebrities all go on TV. Nobody else goes on TV. So, and the funny part is that the producer told me that before I was on this show, there was a billionaire and his wife, and she was on the show. She has a book club and a bookstore. And she looked up his net worth. His net worth is like $22 billion. Let me ask you this. Why would the wife of a guy who has $22 billion be going on TV? You think it's about her ego? It's not. It's about marketing. It's about creating a perception that who you are and what you do is impactful and influential, and ultimately will generate more income. That's why billionaires are going on TV. And if you want some of that, go to guaranteedcelebrity.com. And remember, I'm looking forward to seeing you on television. And in the words of my great mentor, Oprah Winfrey, you are responsible for your own success. And my wife, Allie, and I are here to help.